Hey, what's going on, Jags Nation? It's Brett James back again with another video. And today, man, we're going to be talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars 2021 NFL schedule. Now, yesterday, before the NFL released the schedule for all 32 teams, every team knew who their opponents were going to be. Of course, we just had to see weeks 1 through 18 because now there's going to be 18 weeks with the preseason game taken out. And before the schedule had dropped, I was saying to myself, okay, am I going to be going to Seattle or Houston this year? Because last year before COVID, I was going to go to Houston to go see the Jags play. But of course, COVID happened, so that wasn't the case. So I was asking myself, all right, Houston or Seattle this year? Which one should I do? And I was leaning more towards Seattle. But once I saw the week 1 schedule, Jacksonville will be opening up their season at Houston. So you know what? I'm going to be at Houston for Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer's debut, and I'm excited. And if you guys don't remember, the last time we played in Houston to open up our NFL season, the birth of Saxonville. If you guys don't remember, I'm going to put a couple clips right here for you guys.
Savage in trouble. Savage, good protection. Steps up, now nowhere to go. Pressure coming from Ngakwe. Ball is out. Green. Savage with pressure coming. He is hit hard. Savage lost the football again. It's out. It's scooped up by Fowler. Fowler has blockers. Fowler at the 20. Fowler, touchdown.
But hey, let's stop wasting time, man. Let's hop right into this video, though. Now, let's break down the schedule weeks 1 through 18. I'm going to put a clip right here so you guys can see. Here, let's go in order. Week 1 at Houston. Week 2 versus Denver. Week 3 versus Arizona. Week 4 at Cincinnati. That is a Thursday night primetime football game. Week 5 versus Tennessee. Week 6 versus Miami in London. Week 7 is going to be our bye week. Week 8 at Seattle. Week 9 versus Buffalo. Week 10 at Indianapolis. 11 and 12 will be at home versus San Francisco and Atlanta. Week 13 at the Los Angeles Rams. Week 14 at the Tennessee Titans. Week 15 versus Houston, Week 16 at the New York Jets, Week 17 at New England, and we close out the regular season at home versus the Indianapolis Colts. Now, on a side note as well, real quick, while I said the Denver Broncos, that will be Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer's home debut. I will be there in Jacksonville for that game as well, along with week 1 versus the Houston Texans. I will be at both of those games. I will be vlogging, so make sure you guys stay tuned for more Jacksonville Jaguars content. Now, there's 3 things that I want to point out specifically about the schedule. The first thing being week 4 at the Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow, number 1 overall pick last year versus this year's number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence. Thursday night football, primetime game. That is the Jags' only primetime game this year. And honestly, out of all of the games, I think that's fair. The Jags were 1-15 last year. They got to earn their respect to earn these primetime games, even though I figured that they would probably get 2 just because it's Trevor Lawrence. And now that the Bengals got Jamar Chase as well in the draft to help Joe Burrow alongside T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd, this Bengals offense honestly is looking scary. But the Jags do got a nice secondary with Tyson Campbell, C.J. Henderson, Shaquille Griffin, Rayshon Jenkins, Andre Sisco, and a handful of others. So hopefully our secondary can slow down Joe Burrow in that offense. Another game I want to point out is going to be Week 6 versus the Miami Dolphins. Why is there a Florida versus Florida matchup in London? I understand the Jags and Shad Khan being the businessman that he is, making more revenue by playing these games in London. And honestly, even as a fan of the Jacksonville Jaguars who goes to many of the home games, I'm okay with him sacrificing a home game or 2 and doing the business aspect of it and playing these games in London. But why are we playing a Florida matchup in London? Can somebody please explain that to me? That makes absolutely 0 sense. Last year when the Jags played the Dolphins week 3 on Thursday Night Football here in Jacksonville, Florida, I was actually at that game. I'm actually going to put a link to that video right there for you guys to see. I vlogged the entire night and it was so much fun even though the Jags got their butt kicked. Point of the video is the fact that it's a Florida matchup. Why are we playing that game overseas? Out of the entire schedule, you're telling me that was the one game that had to be overseas. You're kidding me, right? But whatever. And then the last thing I really want to point out specifically about the schedule is week 13 at the Los Angeles Rams. This will be Jalen Ramsey's first time playing the Jacksonville Jaguars since his departure. That's his jersey back there. As soon as I get my Laviska Shenault jersey this year, that jersey is going down. I don't like Jalen Ramsey. I'm still salty to this day, okay? I cried my entire heart out that night he requested a trade. After I believe it was right before the Tennessee game. It was week 2. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was week 2 of the 2019 season, and then I think he requested a trade before week 3, which I was at that Tennessee game as well. So, yeah, I don't like Jalen Ramsey. As soon as I get that Laviska Shenault jersey, that jersey is going. Now, the schedule overall and in its totality is actually a pretty favorable schedule. One thing that I really love about the schedule is the fact that the Jags not at any point have more than 2 consecutive home or road games, which is honestly crucial. One matchup that I say I am very much looking forward to that I think is an underrated sleeper game is actually going to be week 11 versus the San Francisco 49ers. I have a feeling that the Jags are going to be coming into that game around the 500 mark. I think the Jags win 7 games this year. I'm just going to put that out there right now. 7-10, I think, is a very realistic goal for the Jags this year. First year head coach Urban Meyer, first year quarterback Trevor Lawrence, and a handful of other young players, but we've got a lot of raw developmental talent on this team. I think the Jags will be coming into that week 11 matchup around 4-6, maybe 5-5 versus the San Francisco 49ers. One of the best teams in the NFC West. Team with a Super Bowl roster. We will see if Trey Lance is going to be the quarterback. Maybe Jimmy Garoppolo is still playing at the time. We don't really know the situation is going to be like over there. But San Francisco, I think that is a big statement game win, especially if we do it in front of the home crowd for the long stretch of the rest of the game. Honestly, otherwise, in its totality, like I said, I do think this schedule is very favorable, but there's definitely going to be a lot of ups and downs this year that us Jag fans are going to have to realize with first-year head coach, first-year quarterback, and a lot of other pieces that are trying to get integrated together. And it's still difficult with COVID, like training camps, off-season workouts, and the whole 9. So let me know, what did you guys think about the Jacksonville Jaguars 2021 schedule? What are some matchups you guys are looking forward to? And I want to hear you guys' record prediction down below as well. Make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe down below for more Jacksonville Jaguars content. And thank you guys for always supporting me and showing love, man. Jags Nation, I love you guys to death. It's why I'm a diehard Jags fan. I do this for you guys because I enjoy this and I love my Jags to my core. But that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much, and I'm out, boys. Peace!